A man will come, a man will go. A man will rise, a man will fall, but the work of God must continue. And we must ensure that those who are coming after us are properly taught by us, to evangelize the world as it ought to be evangelized. That after we have got to the point where we can sit down, we can be very happy as to what these guys are doing. In other words, when the ball falls in their court, we want to make sure that they do a good job. So the baton is being passed on from us to them. I want to look at the world for a minute. The world in which we live is an ever-changing world. Every day things happen, changes take place. The cell phone you don't have in your hand will be better tomorrow. The technology is always advancing. That which we embrace and we hold on to will be better tomorrow, whatever it is. The world is quickly changing. I grew up knowing the typewriter, now we have so many other things, and the typewriter is back on. The world is changing every day. But not only the world being modernized by all those things, but as things are being worked on and better day by day, I see here that the world is becoming more evil day by day. We live in a very upside down world, where wrong becomes right and right becomes wrong. Where it's okay to do the negatives, but for the positives, you are tremendously criticized. It's a world that has lost its way. A man has lost his fear for God. It's a crazy world, but that's the world that we call home. I understand this, child of God. For the next generation of leaders, we face with issues and problems brought about by the next generation of thinkers, of authors, of planners, of inventors, etc. Because time changes and new things come into play. The way the world is presently is, I think it's tough enough. Think of the world to come. Think of the next generation, child of God. Think of the world to come. In the world to come, I see, for example, Islam having more followers. The Muslim world is growing day by day. I won't take my time, I won't be too long, I won't take my time today. The message that they preach, the things that they offer, tend to appeal to the young man. Now, I understand in Muslim countries that this can be true, but I have a problem when, in quote-unquote Christian countries, young men can say, I want to become like one of those. I won't take my time today. But people can be so connected to these people that they think it's okay to go and just wipe out people as they please. And this comes up from Christian countries. And so I'm left to wonder, why is this? Now we can find countless reasons. But I think I can zero in on one, if not all. That as Christians, as leaders, as churches, we have failed to reach them, so someone else has been able to reach them. And as a church, we have failed in our responsibility to evangelize as God has called us to. We have become so comfortable indoors that we have failed to reach out to a dying and a lost generation. So having failed to reach them, then someone else has been able to reach them. We are here saying that we are trying to raise up our next generation of leaders to evangelize this post-modern world. Growing up, my community was so beautiful. From Portsmouth in Dominica, and always in Tortola. But things that we now see on TV and happening around the world was something like far-fetched for us. I mean, crimes and theft and drugs. This was just something happening in the then world. Some America, some Europe, some other country, but not in Dominica. But over the years, our society has just fallen apart. I see young men, young, intelligent, handsome young men in whose lives much was invested. And from them, society expected much. But they fell prey to the ills of the enemy. Men are now behind bars. handsome young man, intelligent young man, but messed up. Lives destroyed. Scarred for life. I see young women who aspire to be doctors and lawyers and nurses and teachers. They have not become mothers before their time. That's our world. That's our world. How our young people are going to deal with this is something else. And more it's getting worse. Islam is growing. And this guy, they will die for what they believe. They will die for what they believe. They don't mind bombing a train and being part of it. They think it's a cool thing to do because they're going to get some virgins on the other side. A story was told to me some time back, where some Christian guys was pretending to be mercenaries. They went to a church, they got some guns, put masks over their faces, entered during the service time, and said, hey, we are here to kill some people. So those of you who are here who are prepared to die for Christ, stay right there. Because if you think you can deal with it, please, the door is yours, go. The story says that, 95% of the people, Bolt doesn't run fast enough for these people ran out the door like crazy. When the guys took out their mask and you know something, we actually believers like you. They say, no, let's have church. Now, let me bring a point to us. Someone said this to me, and it makes sense. They said, if Christianity is not worth dying for, it's not worth living for. We've got to get to a point, child of God, and if the Muslim can die for what they believe, as believers, we must be prepared to die for the cause of Christ. Now, our leaders coming up must understand this. Is there not a cause? Is there not a cause? Can I say to us, child of God, that there is a cause? There is a very great cause. It's a cause greater than that for which the Muslims die. It's a cause greater than that for which men run for office in the USA. It's a cause greater than that for which men die in China and Russia. They choose not to be communists. It's a greater cause.
There is a greater cause.
It's worth it to go and minister and win souls for the glory of God, and the people coming up